Hi, I'm Michael, and I've been doing the farmers markets for the last 15 years, up until the point where I was diagnosed with cancer in 2022. At that time I had to scale back, and now I just do one very small market just to kind of like see my friends and to kind of hang out. But the point of these videos are to help you become more profitable and have a better farmers market experience if you're starting out new. I'm listing all of my recipes so you can make the recipes that made me lots of money. They're tested, they've been good for year after year after year for sales. So that's what I want to do. And today, I'm not feeling all that great. I've had to restart chemo back in May after a 10-week break. And so I'm not feeling all that energetic as I used to be. And sorry about missing last week's video. I just had a very busy 4th of July. I had to work a lot during 4th of July, and then I had a big farmers market and then chemo the next day. So I just couldn't get a video out. Sorry about that. But today I want to share with you a video that I can probably do while I'm not feeling all that great. And it is a Danish pastry. I sell this generally on the Saturday market in the morning. All the other markets are in the afternoon and evening, so this item doesn't quite sell as well. But I also have the coffee maker next to me, so the Danish pastries kind of go hand in hand. So I'm going to show you the two types, which is a cherry with pastry cream filling, and then an apricot almond pastry cream Danish that I do, and I hope that you enjoy them. So I want to get started. We're going to put in a fourth of a cup of hot water or lukewarm water. You don't want to kill the yeast. And then we've got 2 1/4 tablespoons of yeast. And we're just going to put this in here, and we're just going to make the yeast alive. So we got this going. Okay, we're just going to set that aside. And then in the food processor here, I'm going to put in, I think it's about 2.5 cups of flour. I'm not sure anymore. I measured it out, but my brain is going. I've got chemo brain today. Yeah. So chemo brain. So I was on chemo. I started Wednesday morning. I went in, did the blood work, met with the oncologist, had the chemo treatment, and then I had chemo up until Friday around noon when it came out. And then you're gonna pop the butter in here, and this is like 2 sticks of butter that I cut into teaspoon-sized shapes. And you just want to put them in here, and you want this to be fairly cold. I know it's like the heat index today is 103, so not terribly conducive to doing pastry, but nonetheless, we're going to try and do it. So we're going to make this alive, and now we're going to the flour and butter. There we go. Got that in there, and we're just going to pulse it about 8 to 10 times. We don't want the butter to be too small, but we also don't want it to be too big. So see what it looks like. Yeah, so we've got nice little chunks of butter like that and like this. So it's good to go. And we'll take that out, take the blade out. We don't need that in the dough. Take you off. And then to this yeast, we're going to add some milk. And we're going to add some salt. Come on, salt. There we go. It's also very humid. And then we've got the sugar. Okay, and we're also going to add an egg. Okay, and then we're going to mix this up. And that's good. And then we're just going to dump the flour and butter mixture in there. Stir this together. You just want to make it to form a kind of a dough, like so. Make sure all the flour is incorporated. Okay, and then we're going to take some plastic wrap. Got some pre-done already. And we are going to just scrape this out now. Woo. Got a good balance there. Okay, there we go. And we just put you on the plastic wrap. Come on. Now this is kind of like making croissants if you've ever done that, or puff pastry. So kind of a similar method, but this is kind of like a quickie method. Scrape that all off in there. There we go. Okay. And then we're just going to wrap this up, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator overnight. So this is a very spread out process of doing this dough. Which is really actually convenient, because as you see, it didn't really take much time to do it right now, and it takes a little bit of time tomorrow morning when I do this. So here you see the dough, you see all the butter specks in there. Then tomorrow morning we'll do the folding of it, and then probably a little bit later in the day we'll do the cutting of it. Excuse me. And once we get the cutting, we'll do the fillings, and we will have danishes tomorrow night. So again, this is a multi-day process, so you probably, if you're doing this, you'll be starting it the day before your market, or 2 days before your market, so you'll have everything done and ready for it in time for the market. This is also one of the last things I do when I go to the market. So I will see you tomorrow morning when this dough is properly chilled. Okay, the dough has been chilled. To be honest, it's been chilled more than 8 hours. It's been more like 4 days. But that is the great thing with this dough, is that you can chill it up to 4 days and still be good. Now, the reason why I didn't continue this on Sunday was I wasn't feeling very good on Sunday. So I just took kind of the day off. But yeah, you want to roll this out into a nice little square. You may need a little bit more flour. Okay. Do this into a nice little square. You see all the big giant chunks of butter still in there. They will flatten themselves out as you roll this out. Okay. And you can always put them back. Ooh, that tore. And that's kind of worrisome there, but let's do this. Roll it out a little bit this way. I said the great thing about this dough is that you can like chill it for like up to 4 days. in the refrigerator and use it at your convenience. So that is a great aspect of using this for farmers market, because you can have a lot more flexibility. You can also half it and just do half of the dough one day and then half the next for another farmer's market. So that is a way of doing it. Okay, we want to then roll this out a little bit more. I want to roll it out a little bit more this way. There we go. Okay. That might be a little bit too wide, but nonetheless, we're going to go with it. Ooh, and it tore. That's okay. It's all good. And we're gonna have to roll this out much thinner this way. Okay, and then we're going to fold it into another square again. And if this gets too warm, you can always just re-chill it and do that. But we have at least 2 more turns to do. And then we're going to roll this out into another big square. Way. Put some more flour on you. Pull this out this way. Fold it into another rectangle again. There we go. Okay. Fold this a little bit more. Put it underneath there a little bit more. Okay. And we're going to. Okay. Pull this out. We got the length for sure. You don't have the width. So we'll just move you this way. We'll roll you this way. And I can feel the butter's kind of getting warm, so this is going to be our last turn, and we're just going to refrigerate it. We'll fold you like that. Okay, and we are going to chill you for about probably like 30 minutes or so. And in the meantime, I'm going to make some fillings. And of course, even if you get it this far, you can always let it then set for another 4 days. Not another 4 days, but if you did it earlier, you do it 4 days. Wrap it in plastic so it doesn't dry out. Okay. And then we're going to have to clean up a little bit. Yeah, I've restarted the chemo, and I'm like about halfway through it, or almost halfway through it, and yeah, it just is taking a lot out of me. the actual chemo cycle is 3 days. I start on Wednesday in the morning, and then by Friday around noon, I'm usually unplugged from the chemo, and then I just don't feel good for like the next 2 days. So, you know, I was hoping to be able to do this really rapidly, but that's not the case. We'll just have to do this piecemeal. It's a good thing that I did select this, otherwise I'd probably have to throw everything out and start over again. But yeah, let's get this dried off. Okay. And then let me get set up for the pastry cream, because we're going to fill them with a vanilla pastry cream and some frozen cherries. And the other one is going to be with almond pastry cream or frangipane and an apricot. I already have the frangipane. I had it left over from another thing that I did, recipe I did for another project. And I had a little bit left over, so I really do want to use that up. And this is a great way for me to use that up. So, get this dried off, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I've now kind of cleaned up the kitchen, as you can see, so I have access to the stovetop. But I'm going to show you how to do a pastry cream, and it's 1/3 cup sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour. And you need to do this in a certain way so you don't get lumps. You want to whisk the flour and the sugar together. The sugar kind of helps break up the lumps of flour. And then you're going to put in just a little bit of milk. And this creates a paste. And the paste also means that you're not going to get a lot of lumps, or they're easy to beat out. And then you do your 2 egg yolks. We'll put the egg whites over here. Okay. And one more. Put that in there. Beat this together until the eggs are well mixed in there. So you've got no lumps. And then you're going to add in the remaining of the milk. Give it a quick stir. Oh, that looks so good. And we're now going to get over to the stove. So we've got the heat on, and you want to stir it almost continuously. You can at times say not stir, but you do want to stir pretty much so it doesn't cook the eggs and you end up with like lumps. And just to be nice and smooth. And this is pretty much a fail-proof pastry cream in my opinion. I've never had much problems with it unless I just do things bad, like I didn't put the sugar and the flour together and whisk, or I added all the milk at once. That has led to some problems, but otherwise this is a really awesome pastry cream. Okay, and it's starting to thicken up now really nicely. You can feel it, resistance in the whip. Let me get it thicker. almost there. Okay, and one last step is a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Stir that in there. And we are now going to let this just sit for a while and get cool so we don't melt the butter in our puff pastry. So I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup now, and we'll then roll out the dough and do our fillings. I've got some frozen cherries here that we're going to use, some apricots, and the frangipan that I had left over from another project. And I want to keep the egg whites. Okay, we're going to get the dough out here. Okay. And we need to roll this out to a 20 by 20 square. So, get started. That might be 20 by 20. So let's see, where are we? So this would be 1, 2, yeah, it's not even close. Okay, so let's. So let's see how we're doing. We've got 1, 2, 3. Just a little bit more this direction. Okay. And let's roll it out in this direction now. Got 1, 2, 18. We're just a little bit short still. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start. We're going to take a little bit off of this edge here. Okay. Woo. We'll use you for something else. Okay. Start mapping this out. We've got a 5-inch square. 1, 2, 3. And that's 4 right, 5 right there. Okay. So two sides down. And in more this way. We are going to get there. Okay. Let's see. There we get there finally. But not far enough up there. Okay. So then let's start chopping these things up. Got one there. There, one there, one there. Let's do the top across here real nicely. Okay. So we're going to just go. This takes a lot of concentration. Okay, so we got 4 done. Let's do another round of 5. Where's the knife? There we go. So we got 5, 5, 5, and 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. So let's do this again. Hitting all the marks. Okay. Do this one here now. So we got that stretched there. So one there, and that was just going to have to be a little funky, I guess. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to transfer it to a cookie sheet right here, and we're going to start off with these odd ones first. Ooh. Get, I think 6 on a sheet, I think. Maybe 8. Okay. Oops. Put you over there. And then, we'll aim for 6 for the moment. And then we're going to put pastry cream down the middle like this. Do it like this way. Pastry cream. There we go. And a little bit more pastry cream there. A little bit more pastry cream. There we go. Ooh, that might be a little bit too much there, but let's go there. And doing that way, we'll put a little bit more there. And the oven is ready for you guys. Okay. That might be a little bit too much pastry cream. Put the rest there. Okay. Do these nice little diagonals. Ooh, take a little bit off that. And then we'll do a little bit more here. More pastry cream. More pastry cream. There we go. Woo. Yeah. Put a little pastry cream there. Shouldn't be too ungenerous. Okay. Now we want to put the cherries in there. And I like putting my little cherries in a row. Usually it takes about 6 cherries per Danish. Or 7. I think this one will take 7. Yeah, it takes 7. There we go. See how many cherries I've got to work with. Okay. Ooh. That's not turning out very good. Okay. Okay. Wash hands. And then we're going to pull everything over to a nice little envelope. And if you've got beautiful square ones, it's going to work really, really well. And let's do the egg whites that's in the pastry cream. And we'll do a little pull everything over to a nice little envelope. And if you've got beautiful square ones, it's going to work really, really well. And let's do the egg whites that's in the pastry cream. And we'll do a little brush in each one of those to help seal it. There we go. And then you take the other side and you move it over this way. Okay. And then I think we can do it like this almost. Put that cherry back in there. There we go. Like that and like that. And again, I guess I don't get any extra space. Okay, so then we're going to put more egg wash on it. Okay. And then we're going to top it with Lars Swedish Pearl Sugar. You can buy this at IKEA if you have an IKEA near you, or you can go to Amazon and buy a whole bunch like I did. And let's be really generous with it. Now, a lot of customers at the farmer's market will think you're putting salt on it, but really you have to explain to them that's pearl sugar. So it's sweet. This probably takes the place of like a glaze or icing on it, which can be a little bit overpowering. Okay, let's pop these into the oven. Okay, and we're going to do another shape now. We're going to put these, I think we can get like, yeah, 6 again. And here you really do want to have like perfectly square ones. Okay, and then you're going to take a knife and you're going to cut little slices like this. Probably should bring it over here. Out from the middle, out to the corners. Okay. And this should make a pinwheel design. Okay. Yes, if it's not perfectly square, you don't quite get the pinwheel that you kind of desire, but you can still do it. It still looks okay, but doesn't quite look as professional. So there we go. And last one. There we go. And then we're going to put a little dollop of frangipane or almond pastry cream, whatever you want to call it. And this I had left over from a other project. It's been in the freezer. Put just a little dollop in the middle, like maybe a tablespoonful. Okay. A little bit more, there we go. Okay. And then we're going to then pull in every other corner like this. And press down in the middle like that. Press down. Okay, pull this one, this one, this one, and this one. And press down in the middle. Maybe do that a little bit different. Okay. And then we want to do this one. Come on. I didn't cut that very well, did I? Okay. Put that one there. Put that one there. Trying to make these things a little bit pretty. Okay. That one there. And then press down in the middle. And we're doing this all over again. Press down in the middle. Come on, tear, there you go. And that. And then you're going to put an apricot half. And these are just canned apricot halves. You put them right there in the middle. And I've drained them. And okay. And then we want to then brush them again with the egg wash. Make sure everything is nicely covered with the egg wash. Including the apricots. These are great morning pastries for a Saturday morning farmer's market. Okay, and we're going to put more of the pearl sugar on it. I wish the bag was a little bit bigger because I have a hard time getting my hand in and out of it. So we'll have to try to do it like, maybe like this. Okay. A little bit more. Just a little bit more on that one. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit more on this one. This is just so exacting. Okay, and one last one. Okay, and then we'll pop this one into the oven. So we now have the finished product here. They look really good. And we're going to package them up. I sell them, most of the times I sell them in an open case, not open case. I sell them in a case that is covered, so I don't have to like wrap them in plastic. But if I'm going to other types of markets, I then will probably wrap them in plastic because I don't want the case Because if I'm doing the case, I usually have it completely filled with like muffins and danishes and what else did I have in there last time? Can't remember what I all had in there. It's been several years ago. So yeah, so I'd have that, muffins, so yeah. Keep putting them in the bag wrong. There we go. Okay. And then we'll do the cherry ones. I probably should have like dried the cherries before I put them on there, but I'll remember to do that next time. That cherries got loose. There we go. And there we go. We've got a beautiful tray of danishes that we can sell at the farmer's market. The recipe is going to be down below. And hit like, subscribe, do all great things. I love hearing back from you guys. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to do a video last week. My life is just getting really upset by the chemotherapy now and all the other obligations I have with my 2 part-time jobs and the farmer's market, and then doing chemo on top of making videos. So in future, I may not always be posting a video. It depends on how tired the chemotherapy makes me be. But yeah, sign up and subscribe and give comments and let me know how you like the videos. Bye.